Okay, so phase changes, this is something that we've talked about, in previous grades and previous courses. But so a phase change essentially is when one chemical will, go between a solid, a liquid, and a gas. Okay, and if you look at the icon there on the left, it actually tells you when heat is released and when heat is absorbed. Now you may be like, hey, but Ms. Wright, you said that when there is a change in temperature that would be a chemical reaction. And this is true. I did say that, but it actually may be a chemical reaction. In this particular case, what is happening is the atmosphere or the area around this particular chemical is changing, and that's what causes the bonds to either be formed or to break. So I know we talk about heat being released or heat being absorbed, but that is actually an indication that could possibly be a chemical change. Most likely, it may be a phase change, so long as the actual chemical component stays the same. So for instance there, when we're talking about water, water can be a solid, it could be a liquid, it could be a gas, and that's all just about the bonds that are in between them. So gases have really weak bonds and large spaces between the molecules, and that's why we perceive them as gases, where water or liquid, they kind of have these slight bonds, but they allow the molecules to kind of roll around each other and flow. Okay, and that's what makes a liquid. And then finally, if it gets, the atmosphere gets really cold, those atoms actually kind of get locked together in a particular crystal structure. Now they still kind of vibrate because atoms are always, or molecules are always moving, but they're not going to be moving quite as much, and it kind of holds it there in this steady state with these really strong bonds between everything.